on and let that Mac fly just like my nigga dope.
I'ma let this Mac fly with this one. Hold on. So, I say I'ma let it. Alright, come on. Alright. Gotta drop.
Listen. I understand that I have been gone for quite some time though. Shit, the last video I dropped was like 4 goddamn months ago, probably 5 now. But y'all showed mad love to it. It put a smile on my face. And nigga, I wanted to do more. I got in the lab immediately. Absolute Cinema was cooking. And then it happened. I kid you not, 26 minutes of footage went down the drain. Dear beloved CapCut looked at me with a straight face and said,
Hey, come here, look at me. Hey, look at me. What I say? No. Come here, look at me. Hey, look at me. What I me? No. Come here, look at me. Hey, look at me. What I say?
Is it talking about me?
No. Come here, look at. Hey, look at. You wanna get? You wanna? No.
Which of course led to possibly my biggest crash out since I started this YouTube shit. But the show must go on, and in that video I said I was gonna drop some invincible content. So here we go. So strap yourselves in and buckle up nice and tight for all of the absolute atrocities that will be committed by King Vonquest. Righty. Now before we even talk about the atrocities that this man is about to commit, I just want to get one thing out the way, and it's just the fact that this nigga literally came out box. Bro has no hand. A prime example of this, Battle Beast. Another prime example, his daddy, Omni-Man. And don't even look at me like I'm reaching. And if I am, then why is this nigga losing to himself? Like, damn, fight back, nigga, damn. So Mark just got done fighting the whole 3-day war. So bro's sanity is literally at its lowest right now. Like, literally, just look at this nigga. This nigga is exhausted. And you gotta remember, Mark is a resident of downtown Chicago. So you know the ops is lurking at any moment, ready to slide. All bro heard was,
"Stand ready for my arrival, word."
So King Vonquest pulls up and off rip bro got the preaching. Bro said, "You were given orders, you were given time, you were given more leeway than most. And yet I find this planet unprepared for the arrival of the eventual empire. So I hope you prepared."
This isn't a good time.
I don't give a. I am here for the sole purpose of whooping that ass. The hood called me Conquest. And if you think I fight like them other Viltrumite bitches, I don't. Hold up, wait. Before we get into the action, I almost forgot. Lock in for this video because we're going to have a little fun. Because for every time one of these marks go down, so does Mark's sanity. And since Disrespectful Moments Part 2 did get taken down, if this should do well, I'll drop a remake of Gohan and Rock Lee bits. Yeah, that's good. So they get the clashing, and from the jump, niggas is already getting slimed out. King Vonquest is already on the prowl. Niggas was dying simply because this nigga was strong. So then while they having this power struggle, bro channels his inner Heihachi and then he cockstab bald melon back and slams him in the cranium. Then he just choke slams him to the ground. Then he straight up told him, without a single remorseful thought,
Anissa would be telling you how the Viltrum Empire would turn this wretched planet into a utopia. I'm here because I enjoy this. See, to me, there is no greater pleasure than feeling the warmth of my fists drenched in blood.
So then Mark turns around and decks this nigga straight in the jaw, and it actually knocks him back, and before he could actually get his shit talking out, Mark was already on his ass with the follow-up and started tackling him through a bunch of buildings and shit. But somehow, someway, when they hit the final building, somehow Conquest comes out the rubble first without a single scratch on him. And Mark just ended up taking himself out with that tackle. This nigga is sorry as hell. So then afterwards, Conquest looks down, grabs Mark out the rope, and he starts to choke him by the neck. But Mark learned how to break throats since season 1. Bro said, "Fuck off me," broke the throat, clapped his ears, and pushed him back. But he wasn't done. Mark did a forward dash, socked him in the jaw, and then he did a follow-up with another sock to the jaw, uppercut, and then he tackled him to the sky. Watching this part actually had me hyped because Mark was actually locking in. Like, just watch this combo. Bro grabbed him by the ankle to knee him in the mouth, and then he followed it up with a tackle through the clouds. And then when he finishes tackling him, bro drops down, hits a little, and then he flies back up to come and sock Vonquest right in his face and sends that nigga all the way to outer space. But before the fight can even continue, can someone tell me why this freaky ass nigga decided to blow a blood bubble, and then with a smile on his face, bro just used his fingers to form it into a little heart, and then he just popped it? Like, huh? What? What do you mean by this? Then he tackled Mark down to earth, and these niggas is fighting while falling. Mark gave him two. Binky. And then he knees him in the stomach to break the throat. And then watching this next part gonna have ya hype. And utter chaos was about to unfold because Vonquest was no longer fucking around. That nigga was dead serious. Bro looked at him with a straight face and said, "Bah!"
Pow, right in the kitchen.
And with that, ladies and gentlemen, Vonquest throws his first punch in the fight, and bro broke his goggles and hit up. And it's right here where you start to understand the title of the video.
Shit.
This nigga just nuked all of Chicago for the love of the game. But lock in, cause it was all gas, no brakes, nigga, on phone. So he sends Mark hurtling out of the city. And just when it looked like bro's about to recover, Vonquest just socks this nigga in the face. He gave that nigga an impact frame. And bro was really moving like Injustice Superman. Oliver could barely keep up. So then Vonquest ends up socking this nigga down to another city, and he ends up crashing through like 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 to 6 buildings. And then when bro eventually hits the ground, he starts hurtling through the street, and then he runs into a truck and that bitch explodes. And then when bro finally stops sliding, this nigga could barely get up. Mark looks up and all he sees is this freight train charging towards him. He sticks out his hand and says, out of genuine desperation,
bitch ass up, nigga. Nobody asked you a bitch ass thing. Shut the fuck up before I knock your fucking head off your shoulders, old ugly ass bitch.
So then while Mark is pinned down, Oliver pulls up, but Vonquest literally just swatted that little nigga like a fly, bouncing him off the pavement. Like, damn, look at the impact for that shit is nasty, bro. He literally sent that little nigga flying. So after he slapped the shit out of Oliver, he starts holding him up by his leg, but Mark just sneaks him. I kicked him in the face and sent him flying down the street. But all this did was excite this nigga more. That nigga was ecstatic. Bro stood up, turned around, assessed the fact that he's in a 2v1 scenario right now, and then just slowly started sprinting towards both of them, not giving a damn that Oliver was a child. So he starts sprinting towards the both of them, and from this point on, bro just genuinely started tweaking. So Mark throws Oliver out the way and tells him to go, but he ends up getting tackled, slamming him through a bunch of buildings while gripping this nigga by his face with all 5 fingers attached to it. Like, just look at him, that nigga was gripping that motherfucker. But looking at Mark being in serious pain had me smiling because he usually starts to lock in when he getting fucked up. And that's exactly what he tried to do. So Vonquest tosses him like Heihachi tossed Kazuya off the cliff. Sent that man flying into a car, and then when he swings at him again, Mark dodges, recovers, and then he hits a forward dash.
Damn, you hit that nigga so hard to replay 3 different times.
And from this point on, it was all gas, no brakes, nigga. So then Mark just starts going crazy, going banky, 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 banky. But hold on. He wasn't done. He grabbed him by the collar, said bow, bow, started going to Pound Town. Bow, 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 and just kept going over and over and over again. It started looking like a God of War QTE. Mark's rage boost eventually ran out. That nigga was tired and out of gas. His punches had no power and that nigga could hardly breathe. Again, but Vonquest catches the punch, and from the look off his face, you could probably already tell that this nigga is cooked. And from that point on, bro just started to torture this man. like dog. Started dragging this nigga by his hands around the city, crashing through buildings and shit, slamming him on the ground and killing civilians in the process. Niggas was dying in the background, bro. So then King Vonquest decided to charge up his old bro. Was not playing. He swung him around, palmed him in the chest, and then when he flew over him, this nigga started skating on him. Literally started grinding this nigga through the street. So already bad, they're about to get significantly worse, because Oliver sneaks him, and I kid you not, he literally should not have done that. Like, dead ass. Let's recover. His bitch slaps Mark out the way, socks Oliver in the mouth, and when Oliver got back up, he started puking up his own blood and all of his teeth were falling out. That shit was in puddles. I cannot show it. And Conquest started pack smoking. Bro said,
You feel your body starting to rip. First your muscles tear, then your vertebrae, they separate. If you're able to focus through the pain, it's your skin next. Pulled to its breaking point, just as it starts to rip. This is going to be amazing.
this nigga's actually insane, bro. So Mark comes out the road and sees Oliver getting stretched out, so he tackles Conquest, but this nigga stops his momentum, hits him by the head and says,
Your heart is slobbering time!
in all honesty, I wasn't sure how much more bro could take. So Mark ends up getting a clean hit off Conquest, and then he tackles him through a building. But the very next scene that shows up is this nigga getting skipped across the ocean. Like, just look at his face. This nigga wants to go home. Bro had a fat ass black eye and everything. So they grabs bro by the back of his head. So then Conquest starts dragging this nigga through the ocean, and then for what he does next will literally make Omni-Man shed a tear. And for those who have seen the events of season 1, prepare for some PTSD, my nigga. I'm talking future Trunks level. So they get to approaching the beach, and this girl only has a moment to react. And I'm not even sure if I'm gonna get copyrighted for this, but fuck it.
Get that feeling, something ain't right. I look to my right and I'm like, damn, there go that vixen nigga. He waving his pipe, he get the dump. Bullets get the cum, my heart get the dump. I feel something, my left shoulder hot. Blood just get the cushion. I'm like,
And bro, I shit you not, it only got worse from here. Cause while Mark is getting rammed through a bunch of people, we come across this kid, and let's just have a moment of silence real quick. Thank you. Literally blew this nigga's arm off. This nigga is insane. So Mark is able to get out of the throat. So then he turns around and socks Conquest straight in the mouth. Dear God, tragedy was about to strike again. So while he's flying back, he ends up bouncing off Eve's shield. And while Eve was low-key fighting better than Mark, she got hold too. So while they fighting, Mark tackles him and tells her to run. And looking at this had me thinking about that one scene from The Amazing Spider-Man 2. So Conquest said, fuck off me, broke Mark's leg, put a hole in Eve, and then broke her jaw. Looked like an unfinished bowl of ramen. Now, in light of all this terror, I got a good laughing. This nigga Mark dropped down to his knees and started screaming in the sky for Cecil to come down and help. What the fuck was Cecil gonna do?
Do something! Do something, Rev!
Mark's sanity is finally at his breaking point, so with all the rage he can muster, he's at Conquest, they clash, and he actually ends up shattering his gauntlet while breaking his wrist in the process. So then Mark ends up coming out the clash with a bone protruding out of his wrist, and Conquest came out with a whole hand missing. But despite being a paraplegic, he would still go try to talk shit.
don't let
Getting somewhere.
So then Conquest leaves and puts Mark in a bear hug. Then he just says some bullshit.
Getting mad doesn't make you stronger. That's not how it works.
Mark didn't take too kindly to the other nonsense that this man was speaking, so he just decided to take a big ass chunk out of this man's shoulder. Bro really ripped a piece of meat out that nigga. So they get to boxing again, and it actually looks evenly matched. Mark looks like he's actually gonna win, but then bro started moving like Robbie in the beginning of the Sakai Taikai. Bro was locked in one minute, but the moment he seen this girl doing her thing, he got distracted.
Hey.
Then he gives him a speech that would make even a grown man cry. Roll the clip.
filter mites are scared of me. No one talks to me. No one wants to be my friend. They think I am unstable. They send me from planet to planet committing atrocities in their name. And as I get better at it, they fear me more and more. I am a victim of my own success. Conquest. I don't even get a real name. Only a purpose. Take it to your grave.
So at this point, it seems like the fight is over and Mark is literally about to get choked out. But Eve's Jesus powers kicked in just in time. Bro, she fried his meat off. So Mark starts crawling towards Eve, but then Conquest starts to get back up.
This time I will make sure she's dead.
So Mark blitzes this nigga and socks him straight in the face, and this part had me smiling, because watching the move, this nigga was fighting like Omni-Man. If Nolan could see this crash out now, that nigga would be so proud. So while Conquest is on the ground getting his face beat in, he ends up catching Mark's punch, and then he shatters this nigga's wrist. And at this point, Mark was genuinely just tired of the bullshit. So with all his pent up rage, PTSD, and a thick ass skull, he puts him down.
Is this what you wanted? You enjoyed yourself? Still having fun? Answer me!
I think the good with the bad.
He needs some milk.
So after he gave bro a headache, it seemed like everything was finally returning to peace. But for some strange reason, this dumbass Caesar left this nigga alive. So there's a possibility that we will come back to this nigga in the future. Best pray to God that nigga don't escape. But if you enjoyed this traumatizing journey, then subscribe to PrinceBeFloatin to join the flow gang. And while you at it, you should like the video, because it really helps my channel out a lot. And while you at that, you should hit the bell so you never miss when I upload a video. It's your boy PrinceBeFloatin. Stay lit, my guys. Stay safe, my gals. And stay motherfucking floating. And I'm out this hoe.